So if you've watched my videos for a while now, you'll know just how much I personally advocate for scrims. Because of how identical they are compared to tournaments, the stuff you learn in terms of rotate, surge strategy, endgame, and the list goes on forever. Anyone who's subscribed to me knows just how much I push for people to play scrims, bro. But there's a very interesting and almost hot take I've seen in my YouTube comments and from my private coaching students, that scrims might not even be a good idea for you to play as a beginner. And this baffled me at first, because isn't that what scrims are for? To make you not a beginner by improving you? Well, once I realized their point, it became a bit more complicated. They say, oh, I die or spawn and just get wrecked mid-game or early endgame every single match before I even get the chance to do good. Shouldn't I just practice fighting at first before going into scrims so I actually have a chance of doing good? Well, there's a lot to unpack in this video, so listen up, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll know if you should be playing scrims or not. First of all, there's some criteria you should fit into for scrims to be useful. Can you do simple editing / building drills? Have you watched Fortnite competitive tournaments or scrims before? If your answer was yes to both of those things, then yep, you should play scrims, bro. Yes, it's literally that simple. The problem is, a lot of people go into scrims the first time as a beginner, land a good drop spot and be semi-aggressive and end up just dying or spawn almost every single game, or just be in shambles their whole game, and while spend most of their time in the lobby. What you should do as a beginner to scrims is go get just the best drop spot you can uncon, even if it's literally just 15 chests edge map. This is literally just so you can start making as many mid games and end games as possible, learning the ins and outs of rotates, etc. But Vujcich, even if I have good loot, I don't make it to many end games, and if I do, I don't make it very far, so what's the point? Well, bro, isn't that literally the way you've improved every other skill? You failed, then learnt from that failure, repeating that process over and over again. That's no different to scrims. Just because you didn't do what you think is good in scrims doesn't make them useless and doesn't mean you learnt nothing. As a beginner, dying before endgame 6 out of 6 scrim games is gonna do you way more improvement toward your goal of succeeding in tournaments than not playing scrims would do. Just because you do bad in something doesn't mean it was bad practice. In fact, it might be exactly what you should be doing. The issue with beginners is they just constantly go running back to what's comfortable for them to do. They get wrecked in an unfamiliar environment like scrims and go running back to their safe, familiar environment of 1v1s against worse players and piece control maps, etc. As long as you're making it to most mid games and some end games, trust me, the experience you get from that is enough to start skyrocketing your ability to succeed in tournaments. Trust me, there is no excuse for playing no scrims, bro.